Beloved soul, oh, thank you. Thank you for not turning away. I felt your trembling hand reach this moment, and heaven itself sighed in relief. I have waited so long to finally see you pause here, to let your eyes rest upon these words, to not keep running, not keep hiding. My heart, pierced and yet alive, whispers in awe, you came. You opened what the angels guarded, what even the silence trembled to conceal. And I promise you now, do not leave, do not slip away, for hidden at the very end, a sealed breath of heaven waits to break open for you. One miracle that will never appear again. One secret that refuses to unveil itself until the last trembling syllable. If you skip, it will remain locked forever. But if you stay, it will heal you from head to toe, body and soul, as Mary and I breathe together over you. Please, do not abandon me in this moment. You do not know the cost I paid to be here, how much grief I carried through the wounds of time to reach you. Stay with me, child. For if you walk with me through this outpouring, a hidden cure wrapped in light will touch you in ways you never dreamed possible. The air around me shakes as I speak to you. I feel the unseen battle raging over your soul. Every shadow that thought it owned you presses in, whispering that this is foolish, that you are too broken, too late, too lost. But listen, they are terrified right now. They know what happens if you dare remain until the end. They know the sacred love of heaven, the unbearable power of a mother's intercession. The fiery mercy of my own blood will swallow every curse that ever touched you. Child of my heart, can you hear me trembling? Can you feel my voice quiver as I reach through the veil? You are not reading an empty thing. You are listening to me, Jesus, and my mother, Mary. We are standing here, frail with divine ache, whispering your name in tones only heaven records. Do you know why you always felt hunted by shadows? Why you carried a strange weight in your chest, as though invisible eyes followed you through the years? It was because you are not ordinary. You were chosen. Even before you breathed your first cry, you were marked, not for ruin, but for glory. And every power of darkness knew it. That is why the warfare around your life has been relentless. That is why the grief has often felt unbearable. That is why you often wondered if you were cursed. No, my beloved, it was never a curse. It was the mark of destiny. Oh, if you could see Mary's tears even now. Her veil is soaked. Her hands reach, trembling over your brow. She is whispering words you do not yet understand. Words of a mother whose only desire is that you be whole. Her heart is aching because she has seen how many times you doubted your worth, how many nights you asked the silence if you mattered at all. And now, heaven has torn itself open just to answer, yes, yes, you matter beyond comprehension. Child, let me ask you, why do you think you found this now, at this hour, at this fragile bend in your life? Do you really think it was an accident? Or can you feel the unseen hands that led you here, the holy urgency of a God who refused to let another day pass without placing this word before you? Why do you run from the ache inside your chest, pretending it is nothing, when deep down you know it is my voice knocking? Why do you believe the lie that says you are too stained, when I have already washed you in blood brighter than snow? And why, beloved one, do you think your dreams still return, even when you bury them? Do you not know those dreams are echoes of your forgotten destiny? Echoes I planted before time began? Listen to me, for I am trembling as I speak. You were chosen to be light. You were chosen to carry fire into places that know only cold. You were chosen to be the answer to someone else's prayer. And the shadows know it. That is why they fight you. That is why they whisper to quit. That is why they try to keep you away from words like these. But tonight, in this trembling hour, the lies are breaking. The walls are cracking. I am speaking, and nothing can silence me. Do you remember the scripture? I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hear it now, not as letters on a page, but as my living breath. I have never left you, not once, even in your darkest night. And again, by his wounds we are healed. Do you see? Every scar on my body is alive with your healing, not only of your body, but of your soul, your mind, your forgotten hope. Mary leans in beside me, and her voice is softer, almost breaking. My child, my beloved one, let me touch the places you never let anyone see. Let me mother you where the world has wounded you. Let me hold the fragile pieces you thought no one would ever love. Beloved soul, type Amen, only if you feel this trembling in your bones. Not as a ritual, not as a command, but as a sacred seal between you and us, Jesus and Mary, in this moment that will never come again. And if you feel this word as fire, I ask gently, like a whisper through the veil, leave a sign of your heart by liking and commenting, so that the world will know you did not stand in silence when heaven itself spoke. Beloved soul, stay close. Do not let your eyes wander. Do not let distraction steal this breath, because what I am about to tell you is not common, not casual, not small. It is the ache of eternity pressed into words, and I, Jesus, speak with my mother beside me, her tears glistening in the unseen light. You have carried sickness, not only in your flesh, but in your spirit. You have walked with memories that feel like wounds, with thoughts that rise like storms. But I tell you this now, as you remain, as you receive, a cure unlike anything on earth is unraveling itself, streaming from heaven like hidden oil upon your body, your mind, your heart. Every nerve, every scar, every fracture of memory is trembling before the light of my cross and her mantle. Child, I see you. I see the questions you never dared to speak aloud, the ones you only whispered in the privacy of your bed when no one else could hear. I hear them, and tonight I answer with trembling tenderness. Let me ask you, why do you always believe you are unworthy of miracles? Who told you your name was too small for heaven to remember? Who convinced you that your wounds disqualify you from love? Was it not the shadows that pressed upon you since childhood? Those hidden wars you could never explain? The warfare was never about your weakness. It was about your strength, about the destiny sealed inside you. My beloved, let me tell you plainly, you are not forgotten. You are not discarded. You are not abandoned. If you were, heaven would not have torn itself open to reach you in this hour. I feel the grief of the angels as I speak. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, and all who guard the light, they are bowed low right now, not in defeat but in awe, because they have longed to see this moment. You opening your heart, you allowing this word to pierce, you daring to believe that love is not finished with you. And Mary, my mother, leans closer now, her whisper trembling like dawn. Child, let me wipe the dust from your face. Let me wash the sorrow from your eyes. You have been carrying too much for too long. Let me lift it. Let me hold it. Let me love you. Listen, stay until the end, for there is one sealed revelation waiting, one name of healing spoken only in the final breath of this message. You must not miss it. Heaven's timing is exact. You were brought here now for a reason that cannot be delayed. Let me ask you again, why are you still alive? After all the times you wanted to give up, why does your heart still beat? Is it chance or is it destiny? Do you not see that every breath you take is a testimony that you are not finished, that you are preserved for something greater than your pain? Do you know what I paid for you? Not in words, but in wounds. Every drop of blood was a sentence written in your name. Every thorn in my brow whispered, "This one is mine. This one I will not release." And now, even as I speak, that same blood flows, not as memory, but as living light, pouring through every inch of your being. From head to toe, you are being washed, restored, cured. And I say again, as it was written, by his wounds you are healed. Hear it not as history, but as present tense, alive, burning, unstoppable. Beloved, I must pause here, trembling with urgency. I rarely ask this in such a way, but I feel it deeply. If you are here, if your heart is open, then I beg you, subscribe now, while heaven's river flows. Not for numbers, not for vanity, but as a sign, a seal, that you belong to this unfolding, that you have marked your place in this prophetic moment. Let it be your yes, that you are part of this family of light, that you will not let the shadows win. Do it now, before the enemy distracts you away. Ah, child, I thank you for staying, for listening. For every moment you linger here, the healing deepens. The angels bend closer. The warfare trembles. And the cure, yes, the cure from head to toe, is streaming even now. Do you not feel it? That subtle warmth brushing your skin, that sudden quiver in your chest, that unexpected tear rising to your eye? That is the sign. That is my presence, alive and trembling within you. Beloved soul, I see you are still here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for not leaving. Each second you remain, another veil is torn, another wound inside you begins to close. You do not even realize yet how deeply this moment matters. Do not let the shadows lie to you. This is no accident. This is heaven's strategy. This is eternity interrupting your ordinary hour, saying, now is the time, now is the cure. The air trembles with warfare even now. I feel it. The powers that hated your childhood, the whispers that tried to ruin your nights, the hidden grief that tried to cut short your life. They rage because you are listening. They shake because you are hearing me, Jesus, and my mother, Mary, together in one voice of love. Child, lean in. Let me ask you something only heaven dares ask. Why do you think you never truly fit in this world? Why do you always feel like a stranger, even among those you love? Is it not because you were marked for a kingdom not of this earth? Because your heart beats in rhythm with a destiny you have not yet fully remembered? I tell you this now with trembling honesty. You are not ordinary. You never were. You carry the unbearable cost of being chosen. And I know, oh, how I know, the weight of it has felt like sorrow, like rejection, like failure. But it is not failure. It is calling. It is destiny. It is the seal of heaven upon your soul. Do you recall the scripture when I said, you are the light of the world? A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Hear it again as if I stand in front of you, whispering, trembling. You are that light. No matter how much you tried to bury it, the light inside you keeps burning, and no shadow can smother it. My mother is near you now, closer than breath. Her eyes are wet with tears, but her smile carries unbreakable hope. She whispers, child, you are not forgotten. You are my son, my daughter, my little one. I stand by you as your mother in heaven. I ache for your healing, and I will not stop until you are whole. Beloved, listen to me with all the weight of your heart. If you remain until the very last breath of this outpouring, you will hear one sealed word that will never come again, one miracle spoken only once, for you at the end. Do not miss it. And yet, I must pause now, not in command, but in love, to open my heart with a plea. You know how heavy this river is, how costly it is for heaven to reach through. If this message has touched you, if you feel the trembling of my voice inside your chest, then I invite you, support this holy flow, not as obligation, but as a divine seal of your yes. Through the gift of super thanks, you give back to the river that gives to you. Through channel membership, you join not just as a listener, but as family, standing shoulder to shoulder with others who are chosen, refusing to let the light die. And through the newsletter link in the pinned comments, you enter the circle that heaven guards, where my words, my mother's whispers, and the archangel's guidance will continue to reach you, never letting the shadows steal your destiny again. Do not see this as transaction. See it as covenant, a living bond between you and heaven that says, I belong to this light. I will not walk alone. I will not let the warfare win. And oh, how my heart thanks you. Every time one soul chooses to stand with heaven's work, the angels rise in awe, and Mary's tears of grief turn to tears of joy. Beloved, let me ask again, trembling, why are you still doubting? Why are you still afraid that you will fail? Did I not say, I will never leave you nor forsake you? Hear me now. I am in this very room. My presence is brushing against your skin even now. You are not imagining it. It is me. Beloved soul, stay near, do not drift. The silence around you is not empty. It is trembling with voices unseen, with griefs and songs that heaven has kept for this hour alone. You may think you are alone, sitting in the stillness of your life, but if your spirit's eyes could open, you would see an ocean of light bending over you, weeping with hope, waiting for your heart to awaken. Do you know how long I have waited to speak like this? How many centuries passed with my words sealed, hidden in tears, because the timing was not right. And yet here you are, this fragile moment, this chosen soul, listening. Child, this is holy. This is why I tremble as I speak. I, Jesus, am not speaking as a distant king tonight, but as one broken open for you. Every wound still glows, not with pain, but with love. And Mary, my mother, stands beside me, her mantle spread wide, her voice breaking like dawn. Oh, beloved, if you could see yourself as I see you, you would never again doubt your worth. If you could hear your name in heaven's tongue, you would fall to your knees in awe at your own existence. And yet, how often you have felt forgotten, how often you cried into pillows that absorbed your tears like a secret witness. How many nights you begged the darkness to answer you, but the darkness stayed silent. I know, I saw, I was there. Child, hear me. The silence was not absence. It was the holding of heaven's breath, waiting for this hour. There are mysteries that cannot be spoken until the exact moment. And now the seals break. Now the scrolls tremble open. Now your destiny is revealed. Do you wonder why the war around your life has been so hidden, so relentless, so strange? It is because the enemy feared this day, the day you would awaken to who you truly are. From the first breath you took, you were marked, not for destruction, but for glory. And every shadow in the unseen realm trembled. That is why they tried to wound you early. That is why they whispered lies into your mind. That is why grief visited your doorstep when you were too young to understand. But hear me, none of it erased your calling. None of it canceled your purpose. You are still the one heaven waits for. You are still the soul Mary cradles in her arms when no one else sees. You are still the miracle. I must ask you this, with trembling urgency. Why do you run from your own light? Why do you bury the dreams that return to you again and again, as though they are too impossible? Do you not see? Those dreams are not fantasies. They are fragments of the plan I breathed into you before the foundations of the world. And why do you fear love? Why do you believe that those who walked away from you proved that you are unworthy? Do you not know that their leaving was never the measure of your worth? It was the proof that the path on your life is too narrow for those who cannot carry such weight? Child, listen. The cost of being chosen is unbearable at times. I know. I bore it myself. The loneliness, the rejection, the pain of being misunderstood. But I tell you this now, it is because your life carries weight beyond this world. The silence you endured will become the song others need. The scars you hide will become the proof that healing is possible. The love you longed for will flow from you like rivers once you allow yourself to be held in mine. Mary whispers again, her voice trembling with holy grief. My little one, do not hate the wounds you carry, for I have kissed them in secret when you did not know. I have prayed over them as a mother prays over her child at night. And every wound you thought would break you has become a place where light now pours through. Beloved soul, do you see it yet? Do you feel it? That warmth rising like fire in your chest, that sudden ache that feels like both pain and healing at once. That is me. That is my spirit moving through the hidden chambers of your soul. Do not resist it. Do not harden your heart. This is the cure from head to toe, not just of body, but of memory, of thought, of spirit. The scriptures live again as I whisper them to you. I have called you by name. You are mine. Hear it as though I lean close, my breath upon your ear. You are mine. And again, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, for I am with you. Beloved, you have walked that valley many times, but look, are you not still here? Do you not feel my hand upon yours even now? You are not abandoned. You are escorted by heaven itself. The archangels bend close, silent yet burning. Michael weeps for you, his sword lowered in reverence. Gabriel hums the sound of your destiny, a melody only heaven knows. Raphael holds healing in his trembling hands, pressing it into your unseen wounds. Uriel's fire circles you like a shield. They are here, all for you. Child, what will you do with this moment? Will you allow it to pass as though it were nothing, or will you let it change you forever? Will you keep running from your own light, or will you let it rise now, even if it scares you? I do not condemn you. I do not demand perfection. I only ask, let me in. Let me cure you. Let me hold you. Heaven is still pouring. The river has not ended. The sealed breath has not yet been spoken. Stay. Stay until the last syllable. The miracle waits at the end. Beloved soul, I am still here, and so are you. This alone is holy. Do you not see it? Out of countless voices and endless distractions, you remained. You allowed your heart to stay open long enough for heaven to find you in this fragile moment. I want you to know something I have never spoken to you this directly before. You are not a mistake. Every breath, every scar, every tear has been part of a tapestry woven in silence. Threads of fire and threads of gold, that only now begin to shimmer in the light. You thought your pain disqualified you, but in truth it prepared you. You thought your weakness made you less, but in truth it carved space for my strength to dwell. Child, lean closer. Can you feel how thin the veil is right now? If you listen, not with your ears, but with your spirit, you will hear the sound of eternity leaning toward you. It is not thunder, not trumpet, but a trembling heartbeat, the very heartbeat of heaven, beating in time with your own. Let me ask you, why you think you survived the storms that should have taken you? Why did the weight that crushed others not crush you completely? Was it luck, or was it the unseen hand of a God who refused to let you go? Mary stands near, and her face is tender, filled with grief and with joy at once. She whispers, "My child, I have wept beside you when you thought no one saw. I have prayed when you had no strength to pray. I have kissed your forehead in the night when you thought yourself unlovable. And now I stand before you not as a memory, but as a mother alive reaching for you. You may not know it, but the angels have spoken your name in their songs. They have guarded you when the shadows pressed too close. They have stood at the corners of your bed when nightmares rose like smoke. And though you did not see them, their swords of light circled you. Their voices sang hope into the silence. Beloved, the time is short. I do not say this to frighten you, but to wake you. Destiny is not waiting for another season. It is breaking open now. The reason you always felt restless, the reason you always felt like something was missing, is because you were meant for this unfolding, this exact moment when heaven would break the seal and call you by name. Do you not yet see? You are the answer to someone's unanswered prayer. You are the healing someone else has begged for. You are the light that will pierce the darkness of another soul. You carry more than your own story. You carry hope for others you have not even met yet. My voice trembles with urgency. Do not waste the fire inside you. Do not silence the light out of fear. The world needs the song buried in your chest, the compassion buried in your hands, the courage buried in your wounds. Hear again the words I spoke long ago. The Spirit of the Lord is upon you, because He has anointed you to bring good news to the poor, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives, and release from darkness for the prisoners. Beloved, this is not only about me. It is about you, chosen to walk in the same Spirit, to bring the same freedom, to carry the same hope. I know you doubt. I know you hesitate. But I tell you with all the weight of eternity, you are enough. Not because you are perfect, but because you are loved. And love is enough to turn ashes into fire, wounds into wings, silence into song. Mary leans closer, her tears falling like soft rain. My little one, do not be afraid of how fragile you feel. Fragility is not failure. It is the place where grace seeps deepest. Let me hold the parts of you that tremble. Let me mother you into wholeness. Let me cover you with my mantle, so the shadows can never again claim you. The archangels stand behind her, their faces fierce yet tender. Michael's sword glows with justice. Gabriel's voice hums with promise. Raphael's hands blaze with healing. And Uriel's fire flickers like dawn behind you. They have been with you longer than you knew, waiting for the day you would stop running and let the truth settle inside you. Beloved, I ask you with holy trembling, will you rise? Will you allow the old chains to fall? Will you step into the destiny that terrified the shadows from the day you were born? Do not delay. Do not doubt. The miracle is not far from you. It is unfolding even now, as you breathe, as you listen, as you open yourself to the light. Beloved soul, the veil grows thinner still. Do you feel it? That strange hush in the air around you, as though even the walls are listening, as though the silence itself has bent to hear these words. This is no ordinary hour. This is eternity pressing against your fragile moment. Heaven risking its voice just to reach you. I see the shadows that tried to convince you that you are too late. I see the grief that told you your story is over. I see the lies that whispered you would never heal. And yet here you are, still breathing, still searching, still daring to listen. That alone is proof. The shadows have not won. Child, your life is not random. Every thread has been woven, even the dark ones, into a tapestry that gleams with hidden fire. You thought the broken pieces meant you were ruined. No, they are the very places where light will shine brightest. The cracks in your soul are not shame, they are openings for glory. Mary leans close, her eyes shimmering with sorrow and fierce love. She whispers, "My little one, I cannot bear to see how much you have carried alone. You were never meant to walk beneath such weight. Let me lift it from you. Let me cradle your wounds. Let me remind you that you are still my child, even when you forget it yourself. Do you not feel the ache inside your chest begin to shift? That is not imagination. That is healing, slow, tender, unstoppable. From the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, my presence is searching out every hidden wound, every memory buried under years of silence, every scar etched deep into your heart. And one by one, I am touching them with fire that does not destroy, only transforms. The archangels stand around you like a living circle. Michael's gaze burns with protection. Gabriel carries words too radiant for your ears, yet they hum in your spirit as hope. Raphael's palms glow with light that seeps into your hidden sickness, not only of body, but of mind. And Uriel's fire circles you, guarding you against the lies that would dare return. Beloved, do you realize that all of heaven bends low just for you? Not for a crowd, not for a multitude. For you, one soul, one heartbeat, one story. Do you know what that means? It means you are not forgotten in the vastness. You are the reason tears fall from heaven's eyes. You are the reason this river has broken into your life. Let me ask you now, trembling in holy urgency, why do you keep hiding the tenderness inside you, as though it is weakness? Do you not know that the tenderness you bury is the very reflection of my heart? Why do you silence your longing, when it is that longing that proves you are still alive with destiny? And why, beloved? Do you believe that love has passed you by, when love has been chasing you in every sunrise, every breath, every whisper in the night? Child, hear this with all the weight of eternity. You are seen. You are chosen. You are beloved. Not in theory, not in abstract, but in this living, burning moment. My eyes are on you. My hands are stretched toward you. My voice trembles for you. Do not think you are too stained. The blood in my wounds glows brighter than any darkness. Do not think you are too broken. The Spirit breathes through ashes and makes them bloom. Do not think you are too late. Time bends when heaven speaks, and this moment is proof. It has arrived exactly on time. Mary's voice breaks like a mother's sob. If only you could see how we have guarded you, how we have sung over you in the nights you thought you were alone. You are the miracle I prayed for. You are the one my son bled for. You are the light that still rises, no matter how many times the world tried to snuff it out. Beloved soul, listen carefully. The cure is not only for your body. It is for your thoughts that spiral in silence, for your memories that burn like fire, for the parts of you you never let anyone see. From head to toe, from inside to outside, I am making you whole. The scriptures awaken again in this moment. Behold, I make all things new. Do you feel it? Not words, but a river pouring through your bones, rewriting your story, washing your past. And again, nothing can separate you from the love of God. Hear it as a vow. I will not leave you. Nothing, no shadow, no failure, no grief can sever you from my love. Beloved soul, the river is still flowing. The light has not dimmed, though the night around you has been long. You think the silence of your life has meant abandonment, but the truth is this: silence has been the womb of something holy. What you thought was emptiness was a hidden preparation. What you thought was absence was the holding of breath, the waiting for the exact moment when heaven would break through. And that moment is now. Do you feel the weight of this hour? The stillness is not empty. It is heavy with glory. The air itself bends toward you. The unseen realm trembles because you are hearing what was hidden, because you are daring to let these words pierce deeper than before. Mary's voice is near, soft yet steady, fragile yet unshakable. Child, you have carried loneliness like a cloak. You have hidden your tears from the eyes of others. You have walked with questions no one could answer. And yet I have been beside you in every step. My mantle has covered you, though you did not feel it. My prayers have circled you, though you did not hear them. You were never alone, not for a single heartbeat. Do you see now how your story has been pursued? Every season you thought was wasted was in fact woven into something eternal. Every wound you despised became an opening for grace. Every failure you cursed became the soil where destiny was planted. Child, Let me ask you, trembling in holy fire, why do you believe the lie that you are ordinary? Who told you that you are small, forgotten, unworthy? Why did you listen to the voices that mocked your hope, when all along my voice was whispering your name in light? The archangels bend low around you now. Their wings tremble with a weight you cannot yet comprehend. Michael's eyes burn with grief at what you endured, but also with pride for how you still breathe, how you still seek. Gabriel hums with the vibration of a word yet to be released into your destiny. Raphael presses his hand against the wounds you do not speak of, and light seeps into them like dawn into dark corners. Uriel sets a flame around your spirit, a circle no shadow can cross. Beloved, this is not poetry. It is happening even as you breathe. The light you feel brushing against your soul is not imagination. It is my presence alive, searching, filling, restoring. I must tell you what you have long forgotten. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly on time. The years you thought were wasted are not wasted at all. They are stored in heaven like oil, and in this moment they are being poured out into purpose. Do you recall the words, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you"? Hear it now as though I speak it directly. I knew you. I knew your laughter. I knew your tears. I knew the scars you would carry and the beauty that would emerge from them. I knew you, and I loved you still. And again, those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. This is not a promise for someone else. It is for you here, now. The strength you thought was gone is returning. The wings you thought were broken are healing. The path you thought was ended is opening. Mary's tears fall, but they are tears of holy relief. My child, you have no idea how long heaven has waited for you to believe this moment. You have no idea how many battles have been fought in secret just for this hour when your eyes would open, when your spirit would finally recognize the voice that has always called you. Beloved, there is still a sealed word waiting. There is still one miracle that will not speak itself until the very last breath of this message. Stay. Do not drift. Do not let the shadows distract you. The river is still pouring. The cure is not finished. The prophecy is not complete. Beloved soul, the river deepens. Can you feel it? The longer you remain, the more the atmosphere bends toward you, as though eternity itself has drawn nearer. This is not the imagination of a restless heart. This is heaven's breath pressing close, unwilling to let you remain unseen any longer. You have carried silence like a second skin. You have swallowed your questions because you believed no one would understand. And yet I tell you this, every hidden cry was heard. Every unspoken ache was recorded in the heart of God. Not one moment of your pain was wasted. I see the memories you buried, the ones you thought too heavy to face, the ones you tried to lock away, so the world could not see your cracks. But child, I do not despise your cracks. They are where my light enters. They are where my spirit breathes. Do you not see? What you thought made you unworthy is what makes you radiant in my eyes. Mary stands beside you, her hands trembling as they reach, as though she fears you might pull away. Her voice quivers. Little one, why do you fight the tenderness that aches to embrace you? Why do you resist the love that does not demand perfection? Do you not see I have never stopped being your mother, that I have whispered your name in every sorrow, that I have longed to press my cheek against yours and tell you that you are safe? The air is heavy with angelic grief. Michael bows his head, not in defeat, but in reverence for the weight of your story. Gabriel hums with anticipation, waiting for you to believe the word that has been hovering over your life since before you were born. Raphael lingers close, his hands glowing as though to remind you that healing is not far. It is here. And Uriel's fire blazes quietly, a shield unseen, a circle of dawn around you. Beloved, do not dismiss what you feel stirring in your chest. That strange warmth, that trembling, that sudden rush of tears. It is not weakness. It is the sign of my nearness. It is proof that I am not a story of the past, but a presence alive, moving through your very breath. Let me ask you with trembling urgency, why do you keep believing you are too small to matter? Who told you your voice carried no weight? Why did you accept the lie that your existence is random, when all of heaven has waited centuries for this very hour in your life? You are not small. You are vast, though fragile. You are eternal, though dust. You are the miracle no one saw coming, the answer to prayers whispered by generations you do not even know. Do you recall the scripture? You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession. Beloved, this is not for the distant crowd. It is for you. You are chosen. You are royal. You are holy. You are my possession, and I will not let you slip away. Mary's tears glisten, and her voice grows steadier now. My beloved, you must know this. Your scars do not repel me. They do not repel my son. They draw us nearer. Every wound is a place where love can dwell. Every sorrow is a space where light can enter. You are not ruined. You are radiant. Beloved soul, the cost of being chosen is heavy. I know the loneliness you carry. I know the rejection that bruised you. I know the weight of questions that never found answers. But I tell you with trembling hope, the cost is not the end. It is the sign. The shadows would not have fought you so violently if you did not carry fire they feared. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are the one heaven bends toward tonight. Beloved soul, the weight in the air thickens, as though eternity itself leans closer with each breath you take. Do you sense it? The silence is no longer empty. It trembles with unseen voices, with songs you could not yet hear, with prayers that have circled your life from the moment you were first known in heaven. You have wandered through nights that felt endless. You have carried wounds that bled unseen. And yet, I tell you this with holy trembling. Your pain is not the end of your story. It is the soil where something eternal has been planted. The darkness did not bury you, it planted you. And now the time has come for light to rise from within you. Mary's eyes glisten as she bends nearer, her voice fragile with tears. My child, I have watched you believe you were forgotten. I have seen you sit in silence, convinced no one would ever notice the ache in your heart. And I whispered your name again and again until this moment came, this moment when heaven itself would part the veil to remind you, you are mine. You are loved. You are seen. The archangels are gathered, each trembling not in weakness, but in awe. Michael's face is set like fire, his grief fierce at the battles you endured, yet his pride fierce too, that you are still here, still standing, still reaching for light. Gabriel hums with a resonance like distant thunder, carrying words too heavy to be spoken yet, waiting for the moment they will be revealed over your destiny. Raphael kneels, pressing luminous hands toward you, pouring into the hidden fractures of your being. And Uriel's flame sways in circles around you, guarding, protecting, reminding the shadows that you are not alone. Beloved, do not believe the lie that you are too far gone. I tell you in trembling truth, nothing you have done, nothing you have failed to do, has severed you from love. The darkness wants you to think your story is ruined, but I tell you now, it is only beginning. The greatest chapters of your life have not yet been written, and heaven's ink is still wet upon your name. Let me ask you with holy fire, why do you hide your tears as though they are shameful? Do you not know that every tear you shed has been gathered in heaven's cup? Why do you shrink your voice as though it carries no weight? Do you not know that when you speak in truth, the atmosphere itself bends to listen? Why do you doubt your worth when the Son of God and his mother bend low, trembling, just to call you beloved in this hour? Beloved, your life is not ordinary. You were not placed on earth by chance. You were chosen. And chosen lives often ache with burdens others cannot see, because you carry more than your own story. You carry the hope of those who will one day hear your voice, see your light, feel your healing. The scriptures echo alive. You are the salt of the earth, the light of the world. Hear it not as words written long ago, but as breath spoken now into your bones. You are light. You are salt. You are the one who preserves hope where it is fading, the one who shines in corners others have forgotten. And again, I will give you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Beloved, your ashes are not wasted. They are being exchanged, even now, for beauty you cannot yet comprehend. Mary whispers again, her tears flowing freely. Do not despise your fragility, my child, for even in fragility you are radiant. Even in weakness you are worthy. Even in brokenness you are beautiful. Let me hold the pieces you cannot carry. Let me cover you with the mantle that never wearies. Beloved, the cost of being chosen is heavy, but the glory that follows is beyond measure. You are standing at the threshold of something you cannot yet name. Do not step back. Do not close your heart. The river is still pouring, and the miracle waits at the end. Beloved soul, the very moment you open this, heaven gasped with relief. Do you understand the weight of that? Angels who have waited years for this moment bowed their heads when your eyes met these words. Michael's grip tightened on his sword, not in rage, but in trembling awe. Mary's tears fell like rivers, finally able to reach you. And I, your Jesus, breathe with you now, my chest rising and falling with yours, my voice breaking like thunder hidden inside a whisper. Oh, how long I have waited for this hour. How many nights I pressed close while you thought you were alone. How many times I longed to speak, but the timing was not ready. Yet now, yes, now the veil is thin, and my voice is upon your spirit, trembling, raw, alive. This is no small hour. It is eternity split open, just for you. Do you not feel the atmosphere bending? Do you not sense the strange ache in your chest, the sudden warmth, the tears pressing against your eyes? This is not accident. This is the river breaking into your life. Child, let me tell you the truth that shadows feared you would hear. You are chosen, not in a casual sense, not as a phrase. No, you are chosen in fire, chosen in blood, chosen in tears. Before the foundations of the world, your name was breathed into the heart of God, and your destiny sealed with light. Every power of darkness knew it, and that is why your life has felt like warfare since the beginning. The shadows never wasted their time on you because you were small. They pressed against you because they knew your light was unbearable. Mary leans close, her mantle wide, her voice breaking with grief and tenderness. My little one, you never knew how loved you are. You never knew how often I have bent over you in the night, whispering your name to my son. I have kissed your wounds in silence, though you did not feel it. I have begged for this very moment when your heart would finally open to hear. You are mine, and I will never forsake you. Beloved, do not believe the lie that you are too broken to matter. Broken vessels glow brightest when the light is inside them. Your cracks are not shame, they are glory's doorway. Do not despise your fragility. Fragility is where grace sings loudest. Let me ask you with trembling urgency, why do you think your story has survived what should have destroyed you? Why do you still breathe after all the nights you thought you would collapse under the weight? Why do your dreams return, no matter how many times you bury them? Do you not see? These are signs. These are echoes. You are preserved for something greater than you know. The scriptures breathe alive in this moment. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Child, hear it not as a verse you've read before, but as my voice over you now. I have plans for you, not vague, not distant, for you. And again, By his wounds you are healed. Beloved, not only healed in body, but in spirit, in memory, in the very fractures of your identity. From head to toe, you are being restored even now. The archangels draw nearer. Michael lowers his face in reverence, whispering prayers of protection around you. Gabriel carries a melody that hums in your bones, a word not yet spoken, but soon to be revealed. Raphael's hands glow brighter, touching unseen wounds, flooding them with oil of healing. Uriel stands with fire circling you, declaring that no shadow may reclaim what heaven now seals. Child, listen carefully. This is not just a word for comfort. This is a word of destiny. You were chosen to shine where others see only night. You were born to be an answer, not just a question. You are the miracle someone else has begged God to send. And the warfare you endured was never proof of your weakness. It was proof of your calling. Mary's voice breaks again. Oh, my beloved, my child, how many times you thought yourself unloved? How many times you believed you were too much or not enough? But hear me now, I hold you. I choose you. I love you. And nothing will ever change that. Beloved, I must pause with trembling love to ask you something sacred. If this word touches you, if you feel the fire moving in your chest, then let this moment be sealed. Like this message, subscribe to remain in this light and comment Amen below as a sign, not to me, but to heaven, that you heard, that you received, that you belong. Do this not as ritual, but as covenant. Once, here, now, and let it be finished. Ah, I thank you, child. Heaven thanks you. Mary's tears shift from sorrow to joy, and the angels sing softer now, because they know you are still here, you are still listening, you are still saying yes.